What is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3. When we left off, we are in the trial for Angie. It's not the trial for Tenko right now. Right now, it might become relevant later on, but for right now, it's focused on Angie because that's the important one. Trying to get down to the business of who done it. Now that we're getting down to how this locked room mystery.
And I'm just like,
started
dude, this music is so good.
It is a bop, but now I'm probably gonna stop it by keeping going forward too much.
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I forgot
What's the
about.
matter? You going soft on me now?
I forgot the conversation that was going on there for a little bit, and then I was like,
Who
oh.
made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Holy moly, son! Son, where did you learn that one from?
Wow.
Oh, God.
He really went there.
Dumpster!
He really went there.
Damn, son.
Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Jeez. She's a masochist.
What should we talk about now?
Not that. Let's move on from that one.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab.
Yes.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry.
Why is Monodam shaking up there? Oh,
Yeah, he changed his pose.
Okay.
It was just whatever pose he was
Therefore,
in.
the culprit must be among their number.
That
Maybe.
leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Because, like, I know the train of thought with everyone in the game right now is, you know, Angie died in the room. But if you go with the fact of pretty much knowing that Angie was at least harmed outside of the room and was harmed in the center empty room, like, she could have been doing something in that center room and anyone could have caused an issue in there. You know, so I can't even say it's these 4.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council.
Hey,
Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
leave her out of this.
That contradicts what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time. Me? A suspect?
Oh boy.
I never kill Angie!
She's so angry.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why
an interesting way to put it.
Lead the debate?
Yeah.
You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Suspect rangers?
Did you make that just now?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
Okay.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
It's a hell of an open-ended
Gonta not
question.
smart
Yeah.
enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
No.
That kind of came out of
I wanna know
nowhere.
what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Okay.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie.
That is true, yes.
Yeah.
Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Oh boy.
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you!
I've never heard her this loud.
Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Oh boy.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS.
Okay.
You didn't give 2 shits about Tenko when she was alive.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
son?
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that.
He unfortunately isn't entirely wrong on
No.
that one, so...
I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now.
Yeah.
I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
Classic.
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now.
But
Kaido.
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through,
Be a man, Kaido.
so I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth.
Look at you go.
I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Hell yeah.
Kaito!
Aw.
Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
Alright.
The name of the curse is Death Curse!
Oh.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too.
Okay.
Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Hell yeah.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
Hell yeah.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death.
Let's fucking do it.
Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Look at him go.
Kaido. You actually look like a leader for once.
Noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Oh my god.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Well, we should find that out.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
There are a couple.
Yeah, maybe.
You're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
Kaito, did you kill Angie?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
I fucking hope not.
Tancrouch probably got killed during the seance.
Jeez.
So everyone there's suspicious.
You can at least say her name right. Come on.
Tancrouch!
Respect the dead, man. People who attended the seance. People who attended. Oh god, you're giving me 20 seconds to read this. Well, Kibo was not in it. So Kurikyo, Shuichi, Himiko, Kaito.
Kokichi and Kibo. No, Kibo wasn't in it. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's this one. Kurikyo, Shuichi, Himiko, Kaito.
Yeah.
I don't think that was it. Cause
No.
no, fucking my son's in there. I need 5.
God.
Me, Kurikyo, Himiko, and Kaito. I think it was the 4 of us.
Kaito wasn't there.
That's right. I read that wrong. So
What?
fucking. Give me a second.
Wait a second. What? You picked what? You.
Yeah, I knew I picked the wrong. Listen. That was a lot of words to read in 20 seconds. So
Korikyo, Shuichi, Himiko, Kokichi.
that's the right one.
Yes.
There we go. Sorry, I was overwhelmed by a lot of words and it stressed me out.
Himiko and Kokichi.
It was a lot of stress.
You picked the wrong
so
K
those
name.
four are the culprits.
Hey,
No.
listen.
Oh, Himiko still culprit?
Don't do that.
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really
Kyo.
Kyo.
Yeah.
He suggested the whole seance idea.
And that's not an awful idea.
No.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
At least he's going with
I
that.
suppose, but
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either.
Okay.
I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in.
Yeah, it was Himiko who suggested it.
Like I said, I didn't go back and read because I remember someone said the middle room and I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I remembered right. I think.
Was-
Right? I
well,
did
I mean,
say
he's-
Himiko, didn't I?
I cannot
Last
remember because I
episode?
have horrible memory problems. But
I'm pretty sure.
so it was Himiko that said that.
Uh-huh. And she was the one standing by the hole, according to you.
I know it. Yes, she was by the hole, which
Yeah.
makes it even worse. However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
She said the middle one's the best one for stuff like this. Yep, there it is. The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
Oh man, that's a bad one. Oh, very well, I shall begin the preparations at once. Hooey!
Right.
That's Himiko. Is someone like implicating? But why would you pick the middle one? Oh my god.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance.
You right.
The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
You right.
Mm-hmm.
Point of entry from outside. He must be referring to. Well, I mean, technically we would go with the floorboard here.
That.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that would be what we would.
Yes, go.
Let me just make sure the question. I think we're different. The floorboards under Tenko were loose. The culprit might have gone under the floor to enter. I guess that was Tenko was atop them the entire seance. Is likely the
That's
floorboards
not what
were
we
used.
meant, game. There was another location that we could have entered and exited without using that area.
Damn it!
I guess they're gonna talk about the
Game,
hole in the
that's
corner
not-
then. So I guess they're because I mean we're trying to talk about the under the under area, but I guess we'd press on the hole in the corner to get down there. Okay.
Man,
Same area, different
that
entrance
we were
way.
set
You're
up.
talking about under the floor, right?
See, that's what we were trying to say.
Yeah.
Game, fuck you.
There's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through.
Yeah, the one that we picked with the
There
fucking
was also a
reticle.
hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
Yes, they could.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
A singular one or multiple?
A singular.
It's appearing before me.
You seem to have an idea, Kyo.
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Okay. We're
Oh.
okay. We're going right into it. Okay.
Yeah, we are.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance
Okay.
by crawling under the floor.
Okay.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
Yes.
How could they even see
Oh
if they were under the
no.
floor?
Kibo's eye
Because it wasn't
flashlight
dark under the
thing
floor.
is one of the truth bullets.
You see, our villain had a light.
But that would be a disagreement statement right there. It wouldn't be a candle.
Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
It's like, wait.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
I mean, that wouldn't get him under the
Sneak
floor.
into the empty room during the seance.
Kibo's
I had
killing
this-
someone.
Hold on a second.
He's like, whoa, whoa,
He used his
whoa.
robot functions to commit the murders.
Come on now.
Hold on a second.
Exactly. It's true that with a little light, you can move around under the floor. But is that possible?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black.
What does
during
his
the
flashlight
seance.
function say exactly?
How could
Oops, wrong one. That's still
are you
wrong.
doing?
I'm on all the wrong controls.
It's blinding.
That would be my thing, is that we would have seen light coming through if he used this function. I mean, it lit up the room from the top and the floorboards are loose,
We
so
would have seen something.
that's going to be my assumption, is that it's blinding
they were
light.
under
Yeah.
the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
It lit up an entire room.
You see, our villain had a light.
I guess I can try and use that, but
No.
no. But that's the only one. Everything else is an agreement statement.
Damn it! The culprit
That's what doesn't make
sneaked in.
sense. Under the floor. Alright.
You villain had a light.
And I would want to disagree with that.
You
Or
mean
maybe
candle?
the next one coming
I
up.
mean, Kibo's
Because there was another one.
flashlight
Mm-hmm.
function.
Kibo?
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Not my son.
Kibo could have used that function to get
I guess we'll just say that he could have used it, but
What?
no, so that we're not on the right track.
Sure, it's cramped under the floor, but there's enough room for one person to move around.
That's not wrong.
Especially in
So,
Kibo's flashlight.
okay, what the fuck?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
Hole in the
See, I had this thought off camera about the light
shit,
thing,
whoops.
and I got nervous. I'm like, wait a second. No.
Well, we talked about it before when his light first came out. We are like, why is that a truth bullet? Hole in the corner. There's a space on the floor you can see, so you can see what was dropped
Both
there.
happened.
And then the caged child. You need 5 people, clean the spirit in a dark place with no light. I mean, we wouldn't use that because the seance didn't work, so that wouldn't do anything for it. And then we had, what was the other one that's part of the bolts?
Black during the seance.
The loose floorboard.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button.
What do you do?
Our
I keep wanting to hit X instead of Y. The loose floorboard. Where right below Tenko was not loose before the seance. There was dried blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. I mean, we can try that.
Light.
Light?
But
You mean
that,
candle?
what would that go against?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a
I
second.
don't know what that would go against.
Use that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
Nothing makes sense to me when I'm trying to, like, it's true that with a little light you can move around under the floor, but is that possible? What does that mean? The hint doesn't even make sense to me.
No.
During the seance.
I don't fucking...
Even see if they were under the floor.
Because it wasn't dark.
I'll
You
try this here.
I don't think that's it.
I don't think so either, but I literally have no idea what... With the room as dark as it was, no one would need a
One
would need a light. No? Or are you denying my entire theory? Either way, your evidence is lacking.
Oh no!
Oh, our health is really hurting.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
So is it the light part that we should go
by
against?
crawling under the floor.
But then I'd only have the caged child or the hole in the corner.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark.
I'll try this one, but at this point, I'm just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
That makes no sense. What?
I did it. I don't quite get it, but I did it.
That makes no sense, though.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor.
Why?
I guess the point is because of the hole there, that light would come through it into the room. Because there was that hole in the corner always. That'll be my guess.
So we are on the right track. We just weren't using the right
There was a
things.
hole in the corner of the room.
I guess.
If the light were used, it would have leaked through, and
Because we said that it would have been seen, but like
Yeah.
nothing we were doing was working for
No.
that. We lost so much health.
When
We'll
did
get
the
it back, it's
seance, The room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
Come on, Kilkichi.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
That's what he does.
My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kibo.
he said so.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
Do you? Do you though?
I neither want nor need your pity.
Oh!
Oh, blinding light. Ow.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
No, they do.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny?
I wonder if the person must have been there beforehand waiting so that they would be where they need to before the room went dark.
Yeah.
Because, like, aside from that, like, if there was any way of light to get through there, you wouldn't be able to see in the dark, so you wouldn't know where to go.
Yeah.
So, oh, bless you.
Gosh.
Like a shotgun
Gonta
going
think
off.
that was so culprit could stab Tenko from underfloor.
Doesn't help that I was right by the mic.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class
Oh
trials?
my god.
I.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
That one's kind of been done before.
Yeah.
Sorry, that one's old news.
That sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint.
I'm glad the game's self-aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right?
Yes.
If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares?
Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
Jesus.
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
Okay, what you got?
What other issue?
How she was stabbed?
Perhaps first, we should
Yeah.
figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
No.
No, she talked to us.
That's not possible.
Yeah.
She was alive at that point.
Unless someone can mimic her voice.
Terrifying.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
I told you, shut your mouth! I will do that bit every time. Hopefully you don't do it too many more times, though.
She was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
She was dead.
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
Yep.
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Impossible.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
Well, no.
Different time?
Let's hear it.
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
That's what we're trying to do.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
Now hurry up and think!
What?
Oh, you want us to think of
Want
it.
to make my golden brain tingle? Start circle jerking your limp dick brain!
Good God.
Jeez.
Oh, man. All right, let's see what everyone's going on about. Let's see, because I mean, we know what the murder weapon is. Will they give us the sickle there? We don't have the sickle.
When Tenko got killed,
We have the marker stone.
it wasn't during the seance.
Okay.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
Yeah, that wouldn't be... I don't have anything to refute that, so...
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
Ah!
So fast, no one saw.
Oh, I don't want to do those lines anymore, because I know where they're coming... Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
So
them
who
anymore.
lifted the cage?
It was me.
More things against Himiko. No.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
No.
There's no
God. Why?
Tenko not being killed during the seance.
Kaito was just like, Jesus.
That might not be impossible. There's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got killed,
Huh.
it wasn't during the seance.
It was, though.
It could not have been done at any other time.
Oh, the white sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was under the cage the whole time.
And there's that doesn't change
She
that.
was dead
So
when the cage was lifted.
I don't know if this would go to Gonta's or if it would
What
go to
about moment
Kokichi's.
Cage was lifted?
Because that... Oh,
No, that would have been towards that. The
When
white
Cage
sheet.
lifted,
gotcha.
culprit
That's what I was
stabbed
thinking,
Tenko.
because there's also...
Because the sheet was gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I also was thinking of because of Kokichi over here saying that it had to have been...
God.
Culprit.
Because we could also refute that, but... Oh, God, that was a... But I will go with Gonta's.
Yeah, it has to
That'll be what I go with.
That's what I would go if I was playing by myself.
Biggity, 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 boo.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Boom.
Yep.
There we go. All right, sweet.
That's wrong.
Getting our health back little by little.
Because, like, the sheet wasn't on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted.
Yep.
If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so
Oh
right?
my god.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
boy.
Well, this is about to happen.
No,
It's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Why did you do it?
What?
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out.
Well, let's hear it. I've got to keep remembering how to play this game.
Yeah.
A is the cut. Okay. Cool.
Tenko died after the seance.
Okay.
It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
You're advancing.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need.
Okay. Oh, I'll do it.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage,
Yes.
it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
Oh, I gotta go through that
Yep.
side. Whoop.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps.
Whoop.
Uh-oh.
In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
Okay, so I think I have to hit something on the one there. There has to be
Yeah.
a hole in Mew's logic somewhere. And it was about the neck. So I guess I'd use the marker stone because her forehead was supposed to be against that the whole time.
Yeah.
Because that would make it complicated for the way that it would have to happen. Because they have the marker
blade's all
stone.
you need.
Hey, come on!
If you stick
There
the
we go.
blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck exposed.
Did I do it?
Yep.
I'll cut through your words.
Nice.
Look at me using my brain sometimes.
Like her, yeah.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
She was kneeled like a dog.
Like a turtle.
She was bent
Like a
over
turtle,
with her
that's
forehead
right, that's
against
the way it is.
marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Damn.
Boy, between Mew and Kibo, you got some salt inside you, son.
Especially towards Mew.
No worries.
Yes.
With the things that he said.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
Yes.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
I thought she was killed from below the floor, though.
for a living person.
Oh boy,
Well, I
here
think
we
the
go.
point that they're trying to
He's
say
gonna
is that
say a ghost did it.
So, because I think they mentioned earlier that because of the fact that Tenko was on the board, it would have been nearly impossible for whoever was under it to move the board to be able to get the
True.
sickle through. Because all that fit through was the blade, which I was thinking of afterwards. I was like, that is a good point. Is that her
Yeah.
entire body weight was on that board, so moving it was this. But what was that crash then? Did she fall through? But then who would have put her back? Is the other complication. But what's Kokichi got here? Is he just about to be salty and insult everyone about her being dead?
Huh?
Or what's going on with this?
Yep.
What if Angie's spirit
I
killed
knew
her?
that's
It's
what
coming
I
full
knew.
circle
I knew
just like
that's
me.
what I knew. That's what he was gonna say.
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
Shake, 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 shake.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
A spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Because Tenko killed Angie.
That's what.
Kimiko?
It was tit for tat.
That was your wild theory.
Exactly.
Why
Your
would
son
Angie's
listened to you.
spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it!
wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
What?
Nani?
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
Oh,
I want to hear you out.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito.
Huh?
The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Huh? You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
What?
I'm just as confused.
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at.
You think she did it herself?
The they she's referring to? I mean, that's the only thing that I can think of. That's what you're going with, is that it was where she's all the way over here.
Huh.
I mean, that's the only logical conclusion I would have left of who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage, because no one else could have been in there aside from a hamster.
I never thought of that.
Because nothing else makes sense.
But why would she do that is the thing.
Did she think that someone else was going to kill her in that moment? But I don't understand, because there was still the whole issue of the noise and the fact that the board was moved afterwards. Like,
yeah.
But hey, we gotta hear it.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
Oh boy, we're going down that line.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out.
We will go ahead and continue this trial next time, but we'll end it on a potential theory. But if this was right, it wouldn't make sense because it would end the trial so quickly. But like, my thought is that, but wait, did Tenko offer to summon? Well, actually, that still wouldn't matter, because my thought is maybe Tenko killed Angie, but then Tenko went ahead and killed herself instead of letting Angie come through and say that it was Tenko that killed her. I don't know. That's just a wild theory. I don't know what the end game would be for Tenko exactly on that. It's like, why would you kill Angie and then try and hide it by killing yourself in the end? I don't know, but that would be like one of the only reasons I could think for Tenko committing suicide in this situation.
She wouldn't be able to just openly kill Kyo and stop the seance, so...
No, but like...
The only way to stop the seance would be to take it into literally her own hands.
Yeah, but the thing of why we'd have to think of it is like what would be any other motive for committing suicide in that situation? There's nothing that makes sense. So...
But then there'd just be no execution.
I guess we're gonna find out soon.
Huh.